So, welcome back to another Game Stuff episode. And quite a few things to go through here, quite a few cool things to go through. I just gotta get started. The first thing I picked up, and I was bugging Rob about this when we did this Destiny Game Chat episode, and that is the limited edition from the Bungie website. That wizard came from the moon shirt. The line that was used in Destiny and has become a meme now. It's become kind of famous or whatever. It's quite a funny line. I heard they removed it from the game, which is ridiculous. But I picked up the shirt. It's sold out now. Too bad, Rob. Okay, what else have we got here? Now, the last Game Chat episode, I talked about this game here, Earthlight, on the Super Famicom, a strategy game that I had never played. It was very much like Military Madness or Advance Wars, and I showed a little bit of that, where I was surprised to find out from X Cornmuffin X that there was a sequel. And I thought this game was pretty okay. It didn't really live up to my expectations after 20 years, as I said I was waiting for it to try it out. But there was a sequel, and it's called Lunar Strike. And I gotta say, I was shocked at this. Like, we know there's games that are in Japan that we've never gotten over the years, blah, blah, blah. This is one that, of a long list, what a crying shame we never got this. A sequel, and it's better in every single regard. Let me just start off. The opening cinematic on the Super Famicom blew my mind. I couldn't believe it was on the Super Famicom. It looked so great. I was like, wow, this was done on the Super Famicom? And I think to myself, imagine that the Super Famicom had the CD disc system released for it back in the day. It would have looked, even better with orchestrated music. It could have been a hell of a machine. But the gameplay is very much the same, but everything is upgraded. Everything looks a lot better. I was really, really blown away by it. It's Earthlight Lunar Strike, a true sequel to Earthlight, and I'm finding more and more out about this series, and I gotta find out if there's a ROM of this game, an English patch ROM, because this is one that I would recommend to people and say, this is pretty cool to check out if you like strategy games. Back about 20 plus years ago, I walked into an arcade and I saw this game, and it blew my mind. I'd already played World Heroes 2, all on the Neo Geo, and I heard there was a brand new, World Heroes game coming out at that time, and I didn't have a Neo Geo. Neo Geos were expensive to own. The games are $300 plus. I mean, what kid had that? No kid had that. And it came with the coolest name ever. I mean, the Japanese come up with the coolest fucking names at times. World Heroes 2 Jet. Not just World Heroes 2 again or Jet. And introduced a couple of characters, Jack and Rofu. And a very, very cool game. And and I got this online from a friend of mine for a very discounted price of like under $30. I'm glad I waited over these years and I didn't pay, but it was so cool, and that's some of these Game Stuff episodes. It's really funny, like Lunar Strike. I always want to know what that game was after 20 years. I finally own a copy of World Heroes 2 Jet after 20 years I waited. And I remember writing lists back in the day, like, oh, Neo Geo, I'd make these dream lists to myself. Neo Geo, $700 plus to buy the machine, and, the Gold machine at the time, and a game or something like that. And this was always on there with Samurai Showdown, World Heroes 2 Jet, and yeah, I was pretty happy to have this. It can go up with my Neo Geo collection, my small Neo Geo collection. Yes, I had to pick up this, and I waited a while to pick it up, and that is Street Fighter 4 Ultra. Obviously the newest Street Fighter with all of the characters and more bonus levels and stuff like that, stuff from the Tekken game, the crossover there. What can I say? It's the ultimate version of Street Fighter. It's another version of Street Fighter. It's quite crazy how many versions of Street Fighter 4 there have been on the next gen, which were the next gen systems of PS3 and 360. It's unbelievable to me now. And I own them all because I like Capcom and I like Street Fighter. I like Street Fighter quite a bit, and I always have to get the latest version. But I must admit, as this version's come out, I'm a little burnt out on Street Fighter 4. I still will pick it up and play it and think it's fantastic, but I've really played a lot of it. I mean, I got my money's worth and then some. I remember I was playing this game every day at work for, I think, about a year and a half. Every day. So, I had to have it. I played a little bit of it, not a lot. It's Street Fighter. If I have friends over for competitions, this will be the game we play. Huh. I know. This game, okay, I'll be honest with you. This game just scares the crap out of me. It does, and it's just not in the scare factor, but in the punishing factor. And that is Dark Souls. Every human being on the planet Earth has recommended this to me and said you have to play it. And I've been so freaked to play it because I know it's gonna beat me down. It's gonna break me down as a human being, where I can't take it anymore, and I'm screaming. I'm like, no, fighting the same thing over and over again, killed, and figuring it out the next time. And I played a little bit of this game already, and I gotta say, it is quite fulfilling. It is quite fulfilling. I don't know if it's a game for me. It's very punishing, but when you do accomplish something in the game, it's this feeling that it's like, yes, you fucking bastard of a game, you can't beat me. And that's the feeling that Dark Souls is. And I think real fans of this game, what they get out of it, they get out the satisfaction of not having this game beat them. And so I will put some more time into this. I graphically, aesthetically, it looks wonderful. The setting is really, really cool. Like a friend of mine a couple of weeks ago, I bought him the art book for this game because he was such a fan of the game, and the artwork is so gorgeous. It's really well crafted, really eerie world setting, and it all comes together very, very well. And I have nothing bad to say about Dark Souls other than I am worried to play it because it's gonna kick the crap out of me. So here's one. I bought Wolfenstein. I was like, yes, a PS4 shooter. I really want to get into this, and I started playing it. And it wasn't grasping me the way I was hoping it would. Isn't that bizarre? I thought I'd really be into this a lot more than what I was, and I think I need to spend a little bit more time with it. I don't know. I don't know what it was. It has everything that I want to have in a game, like a shooting type of game. It's a great world setting. The world setting is awesome. Another one, a little bit more time, and I think I will. I've paid nearly full price for it, so I gotta play through it. Not even out of the shrink wrap yet. I haven't even started it. Akiba's Strip. A game where you run around Akihabara, stripping people, kicking the crap out of them and stripping them. I don't know, I might do a video of my reactions to this, because I don't know what my reactions will be. I think it's gonna be really funny. I think this is going to be a hilarious fucking time, so maybe I might do that. I haven't even opened it. I'm just waiting for the right time. I think this weekend, though. This weekend. Okay, some more games to get through, and this is the mother load of the episode. Actually, there's a couple more. This is a great one. So, Game Deals. I am a big fan of the store Game Deals. And they tweeted the other day that a whole bunch of Super Nintendo, mint Super Nintendo games came into the store. And hey, come on down and check them out. I swear to God, I was in 5 minutes. I was there in 5 minutes. And I was flabbergasted by what I'd seen. And let me set it up for you first. And I can believe this. This is a girl collector, maybe a woman collector, as Brian told me from Game Deals, who had bought these games when they had come out. And I mean, I don't sound stereotypical here, but looked after them the way only a woman would look after video games. Fucking pristine. You know? I don't know. I gotta learn her techniques. Because I've never seen Super Nintendo games so mint from back in the day. And especially the rarity of these titles. Should I just bring these one at a time? Or should I? I'm just going to bring out the whole load of them. This. And I didn't buy all of them, but I bought quite a few of them. Brian gave me a good deal. Because I'm in there all the time. I don't want to monkey it up with my manly hands here. Because they've been so looked after. Finally. You know I've talked about it for a long time. Mint. Perfect. Absolutely flawless copy of ActRaiser. Oh, Jesus. Little known RPG on the Super Nintendo. And a pretty cool one. Very pastel-y graphics. Very unusual. And I have never seen it this mint. Look at this. Look at how mint this is. Brainlord. Another fantastic action RPG-esque game. Look at these. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Yes, a beautiful copy of Illusion of Gaia as well. This is a nice one. This is one. Don't touch it, god damn it. It's so nice. Look at this. Look at this copy of Lufia. The Fortress of Doom. Look at this. So I'm looking at my monitor here at the same time to kind of to gauge it for you guys. Wow. Mystic Quest. I have my original Mystic Quest back here, but I couldn't resist the minty fresh of this one. I had to pick this up as well. You know, I'll be honest here. I'm not saying anything, but these have come to a good home. And I don't know under what circumstance this woman sold these games, but they've honestly come to a good home. Like, I'm somebody who really appreciates these old Super Nintendo games. And I tell you, from ActRaiser to Paladin's Quest to Brainlord to Illusion of Gaia, Lufia, you know, Mystic Quest. This is the foundations of what I fucking grew up on. And I really, really appreciate owning these beautiful copies of the boxes. I will never sell these, you know what I mean? Like, these are to be treasured in my collection. So, yeah, very, very ecstatic to get those, that's for sure. Before I get into the movies, I want to mention one more thing, and I'm going to bring out his name here, because I don't want to mess it up. Because this is... all of this stuff that I've gotten since the last New Game Stuff episode is very cool. And it means a lot. But this one, this means the most. And this comes from Fabricio Fabro. Trying to pronounce your name absolutely perfectly. I hope I have. This is a work of art. This is something to be treasured, and it is treasured by me. It is Ys 4 wood burned. A hell of an art form that I don't fully understand it, but they burn. This is all burned into the wood. Like, look at this. The swords on the side. And then look at this. You open it up. Look at that. Fabricio, I can't say enough. I was so blown away when you sent me this, and I know this took him like a month to make. You know, and I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for this gift. This is really, really appreciated, and I cannot believe the amount of work you put into this, and it really shows. This is a form of art that you rarely see, and it's a one-of-a-kind item. This is Ys 4, pretty much one of my favorite Ys games. It's Ys Books 1, 2, and 4 to me. Those are my favorites, and I mean, like, look at this. Look at this. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, I want to say a big thank you for this item. I don't even know where to put it. It's so treasured. You know, like I want to display it and I don't want it damaged or anything like that. So I'll be finding the perfect place for it very, very soon. So this is just unbelievable. Now, just some last minute movies I picked up. And I'll just quickly go through these. Plastic Galaxy, the story of Star Wars toys. And this is kind of cool if you're a fan or a collector of old Star Wars toys. And I am. I'm not as unbelievable as some people out there. I don't have a huge collection at all. A very small collection. But this is cool. It takes you to the people who actually made the toys back in the day. And you know the rise and fall of Kenner Toys. It's a great documentary, and I highly recommend it. I picked it up off Amazon. And I thought I hadn't seen this movie, Gorgeous by Jackie Chan. I'm like, no, I don't think I've seen that movie. And I picked this up on DVD and I watched it, and I was like, I'd seen pieces of this all over the place. But the end fight sequence in Gorgeous, probably the best fight sequence of any Jackie Chan movie that I have ever seen. So tell me, have you guys seen anything better than Gorgeous? Like, the end fight sequence? I'd be curious to know. A couple from a friend of mine, Invid Ninja, Oliver, from my friend from England. He helps me, like I was asking him if I could pick up some DVD, Blu-rays. Some I didn't know if they were out or where I could get them. One of my third favorite movie of all time is The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai. I know a movie a lot of people don't like, but I absolutely adore. And he was able to help me find this from Australia. I picked it on eBay, but there is a Buckaroo Banzai on Blu-ray, and it works on American players. So keep that in mind. Try to track it down. Me and Kim watched it the other night. Gorgeous transfer, and I was scared to show her the movie. I'm like, oh, she's gonna fucking hate it, and she loved it, and she thought it was really good. I think the movie still holds up really, really well, and on Blu-ray is the ideal way to watch it. The other movie that didn't fare so well, especially after Guardians of the Galaxy, no spoilers. I know I'm crazy, but I had the biggest urge to watch Howard the Duck. Howard the Duck on Blu-ray, but it's not out over here. So Oliver helped me find the Howard the Duck from Germany, but he forgot to tell me by the time I had ordered it that it's not compatible on my Blu-ray player. So any fans in Germany, if you need it, I can always send you my copy, because I can't play it, unfortunately. Damn you, Oliver. Last, but certainly not least, with movies, is something I want to do an entire episode on this, but I'll keep it brief. Jurowski's Dune, a documentary. And I saw this in the theater. I saw this in the theater a bunch of months ago, and I was laughing. I was inspired. So many emotions watching this documentary, and I cannot highly recommend this enough. And this has to do with Jurowski, who owned the rights to the original Dune movie. He was going to make the first Dune movie. He was, before David Lynch's version. But this was going to be a movie like no other. This was going to blow your fucking mind. The movie was supposed to be like 12 hours long. It was insane. He had some of the best artists in the world working on it. From H.R. Giger to Mobius. He assembled the dream team that went on to do Alien and went on to do many other things. But it's just the story of a man who wants to make a movie, who wants to change the world in movie form. And I can't say for sure, but I would love to see this movie to see if he could have pulled that off. And I can't tell you enough. When I watch this movie, it inspires me so much to do more with my life and to be more with my life. And I think you'll know what I mean if you watch this. I mean, it makes you want to get off the fucking couch and do something with your life like that guy was trying to do, for sure. So, guys, we've come down to the end of another Game Stuff episode, and this one's kind of a long one. There's a lot of cool stuff to talk about. It was quite something else. So anyways, guys, until next time.